Hi everyone, this is Apoc, and in this video I want to talk about how I use ChatGPT to create user macros in Final Fantasy XIV. So I recently found myself having to create user macros once again, so I've recently picked up Sage for one of my characters, and I needed to create a macro for the raise function, just to make sure that there's a little sound, and I let the whole party know that I'm raising them. Now, typically it's been my experience that, I'm doing a macro, it takes a little bit of time to try to figure out what the actions are and everything like that. And it's not super plug and play. Like if you're used to doing macros constantly, then it might come easy to you. But if you haven't done macros in a while, then it could prove to be a little bit of a problem or tedious and just takes a little bit of time. So in comes ChatGPT. I went on to ChatGPT and I used just the OpenAI ChatGPT program. So I do have the subscription, but you can also use the free version and get the same result. What I do is I go into ChatGPT and I create a new chat and I name it Final Fantasy XIV Gameplay Assistant Chat. Now you can name it whatever you want that is consistent with Final Fantasy XIV, and you want to create different chats just to make sure that you keep everything organized, structured, and the artificial intelligence or the AI knows exactly what it is that you're talking about. So I do that, and then once that was established that this is a Final Fantasy XIV assistant chat, then I go in, and in this scenario I typed in help me create a macro for raising people as Sage, which includes a message and ring indicating I'm raising a down player. Please have the message both in English and Japanese. And then I of course, you gotta thank ChatGPT and be nice to it so that it helps you out. And then I asked for English and Japanese because I play in NA and JP, so I needed that specific function. So once I submitted that, this is essentially what it created, and it gives you a ready to go macro, which you can just copy paste. So you can go here, as you see where it says here's an example macro. You can literally just copy this code, go into Final Fantasy XIV, into the system, and then user macros, and copy paste that straight in there. Then it'll create your macro icon, the action, the message. Now in this one, I guess you can play around with the input a little bit because it misunderstood when I said ring. Although it included the notification sound, it included some sort of the ring number 1 little marker on top of the individual, and I didn't want all of that. So that could be erased, and then you have the macro, and that's it. It literally took less than 30 seconds, but it really takes less than 10 seconds and you're done, and the macro is good to go and you're good to go as well. So it also provides a breakdown of how it arrived at its product, just pretty much explaining each action that it took and why it's there, and then you can kind of look at that and remove whatever it is that you may not need. So again, it saves quite a bit of time. I'll continue to pay attention to see if there are any other quality of life improvements that we can obtain through ChatGPT, but I thought that I would share this one with you guys because I understand that it could be a pain from time to time. It might even, we may not even get motivated to create the macro that we need just because we don't want to go through the tedious process. Here, it's pretty simple. Like I said, less than 10 seconds and you get your macro and you're good to go. So if you know of any other functions of ChatGPT, you can go ahead and ChatGPT in Final Fantasy XIV, you can go ahead and let me know in the comments below, or how else would you get creative in the usage of AI. So I hope you're having a good Monday, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.